right, let me tell you how this works. Chase Manhattan, Citibank, Bank of America, the biggest banks in the country, have been publicly caught hundreds of times laundering billions of dollars of drug money. The Federal Reserve, banks themselves, the clearinghouses have been caught doing it. It's been all over the news, buried in the back of the paper. Literally hundreds of times I've seen it. They ship in the narcotics, and they license the drug cartels. I mean, they have large shipments. In fact, more than half, according to all the CIA experts and DEA experts we've interviewed and from all the past reports and the bust we've learned of, over half of the cocaine and heroin is shipped directly in by the U.S. government with above Delta Force operators protecting the shipments. Brought directly to your daughter when she's 16, so by the time she's 18, she'll be a prostitute on the streets. See, they have the double tax. They ship it in, and then they tax you by making you a slave when they arrest you and put you into the system. Let me go back here. So they ship in the drugs, and then the rest of it, the 40+% of it, is licensed drug cartels. Licensed drug cartels. And that is, if they don't pay at least 25% in fees, 10% into the CIA and other federal agencies, and then another 15% or so in the laundering fee. Instead of getting interest, they have to pay a large, they call it points, into the banks. And so what happens is, if you don't pay your cut, there are huge fleets of spray planes from Mexico down to, the Shining Path boys there in Peru. And the aircraft take off and fly with GPS and spray your coca fields, your opium plantations, your marijuana cultivation belts. They spray those cartels and knock them out right next to the fields owned by the generals and the vice presidents and the premiers and the prime ministers of those countries. And they will fly, it's been in the news many times, with GPS spraying a field that's owned by another cartel right next to a cartel that pays their cut. If that doesn't work, if somebody like Noriega, who's been paying his cut, gets control of a whole country and stops paying it, there'll be an invasion when everybody wakes up on a Saturday morning and, oh, did you hear? There was an invasion. And they don't even really say why. It was to save some college students. Turns out that's fake, but that comes out a month later, and then no one cares. Hell, they stuck flags on their cars, and it felt good, and that's what mattered. That's the bottom line. Then at the local level, where the rubber meets the road, you've got drug addict, pieces of filth, informants, confidential informants.
Wake up.